tired of Cullen. Take you, Bella Swan.
For better or for worse.
To love.
To cherish. As long as...
That's a clip from one of the most anticipated sequels of the fall, Breaking Dawn Part 1, the next to the last chapter in the Twilight saga.
Our movie guy, Aaron Lafferty, actually had the opportunity to see the movie a little earlier this week, and he's here with his review, and you actually attended it with some grown-up Twilight fans.
Yes, my wife and two of her friends did the whole book club thing, so they've seen the movies, they've read the books, they really like the movies. Let me just say, if you're a Twilight fan, you're going to go see this movie, regardless of what I or other people say.
Right.
It's definitely for the fans. I'm told that this is really true to the book.
Okay.
You're going to like the next stages of the relationships with Edward and Bella and Jacob and all that stuff. But
is that the beginning? Did they get married at the beginning
yeah,
of the movie?
the movie pretty much starts off with everybody getting the invitations to the wedding. So I'm not spoiling it by telling you they're getting married.
Okay.
But it's important to point out that this is rated PG-13, and it was cut down to get to PG-13. Because we have some adult content, we have some partial nudity, sexuality. So if your young daughter isn't mature enough for that, you might want to wait and rent it and watch it yourself.
I just remember that my daughter Jennifer, who's 13, really has wanted to see this, and she was originally bummed because she said she heard it was an R. Now it's PG-13, but you're, okay, this is what you wrote up for us. Disturbing images, violence, sexuality, partial nudity, okay, PG-13, but that means really?
Right, that's from the MPAA, which is the people that do the ratings. Just be ready. If you go, be ready to cover the eyes. I mean, if you're worried about it, then maybe see it yourself beforehand.
Yeah.
But I mean, it's just, I need to put it out there because it was a little bit uncomfortable too, because you realize, like you were saying, you have younger fans that started out with this movie. We're 4 years into these movies, and if they were 8 and now they're 12, they're not even PG-13. So, you know, it's just something to consider.
Right, so caution for parents out there. But in terms of a book, your wife and her friends who were in the book club,
they liked the movie. Some of them said this was the best one so far.
Okay. Expected to do over $100 million this weekend.
Oh yeah, easily. This is easy, the #1 movie, and it may be for 2 weeks. We'll have to see with Thanksgiving next week, and that's more family options there. So
and the next one is really a family movie.
Yes, Happy Feet 2. It's in 3D and IMAX, so that will get some extra money too. Right. This is the sequel to the other movie. Basically, this is the Emperor Penguin community. They're dealing with some environmental problems, and they've got some new members of their community. A pretty good all-star cast of voices here too. So that's a fun one. That's rated PG. So
and you know that it's just going to be a spectacle.
Oh, this is going to be an experience. Yeah, and the 3D. And
you have to see it in 3D, really.
Right, and it's not getting the best reviews, but you know, it's a family movie, so go see it.
It is what it is.
If you want.
Matt Kirkwood's the bachelor dad this weekend of twins, so he's going to the Santa parade and then to this.
Right. So you know, it's all about penguins. You like penguins? Go check it out. They're cute and cuddly. And
how can you not smile when you see?
If you like the first one, you'll probably like this one.
All right, now the next one.
Definitely not a family movie. Marcy May Marlene. I had to rehearse that a couple times.
Okay.
This is the main character is the sister of Mary Kate and Ashley Olsen. She was involved in a abusive cult, and she's trying to get back with her family. She's trying to reassimilate herself with her family, and obviously she carries a lot of issues. This was one of 2 movies in limited release this week. This is at Celebration North. It's kind of a tougher, weighty, dramatic, tough situations. It is rated R, so just be aware of that.
And this was actually at a lot of the film festivals.
Yeah, it did quite well at many of the major film festivals. So
Sundance.
It does have that going for it. Toronto,
right.
You know, all those.
So if you're looking for that sort of odd, sort of different storytelling kind of movie,
dramatic, definitely dramatic, more of a serious movie. This is the one to go see this weekend.
And that one is rated R.
That one's rated R, and that's only at Celebration North this weekend.
Okay, Margin Call.
So we're in the middle of the economic crisis. This is a movie about the 24-hour period leading up to the economic crisis. So this is an investment bank group. Another big cast of names: Demi Moore, Kevin Spacey's in it, Stanley Tucci's in it, Zachary Quinto's in it, Paul Bettany's in it. I mean, this is a pretty big cast. The thing is, it's not getting the best reviews. I think it might be because we're so fresh still into the economic crisis.
Like, why do I want to go see something that reminds me of the mess
what's going on right now? Yeah.
But
so,
is it a good story?
I haven't seen it. I've heard it. It's okay. It's just, it's not great.
Rated R. Demi Moore's in there. Yeah. She's back on the market again after the big announcement of the breakup yesterday. I can't believe you weren't going to call our attention to that one.
And this one is only at Woodland, so.
Okay.
Okay,
There
good
you
to
go.
know.
All right. So you have some other recommendations, maybe movies that
Right.
maybe have been out for a little while.
Yeah, Puss in Boots is in its 4th week, and if you haven't seen it, I would recommend it over Happy Feet 2.
Oh, really?
Really?
It's a great family movie. If you couldn't get tickets to Breaking Dawn, go see Puss in Boots. It's my favorite animated movie of the year so far. I think it could win Oscar for animated, or maybe my heart's just too much into this movie.
You love this one.
I love this movie. It's fun. I mean, the characters are fun. They do a lot of cute things. If you're a cat person, you'll get all the cat jokes.
You just like Antonio Banderas.
Antonio Banderas, Salma Hayek are the 2 cats, the 2 main characters. So it's a fun movie. It's rated PG. For the little ones, there's some action and peril and things like that might scare the little kids, but it's pretty much for the whole family.
Okay, and then you have another one. Is this one out on DVD, The Answer Man?
Yes, The Answer Man. I saw this back at Waterfront Film Festival in 2009.
Oh.
It is rated R, but it's rated R for language. It's
Okay.
pretty much the only rated R reason for this movie is the language, and there is some objectionable language here. But it's Jeff Daniels, Michigan guy. Lauren Graham, they're the romantic comedy duo here, the comedy couple. He's basically a guy who wrote a book about his conversations with God, that he had a conversation with God and asked God a bunch of questions. Well, as you can imagine, somebody who's had that experience would be in high demand. So
Right.
he kind of becomes a recluse. He kind of keeps to himself and kind of shuts himself out from the world until he runs into Lauren Graham, who's a chiropractor because he has a bad back. So they start this friendship. She doesn't even know who the guy is. Everybody else, he just says his name and they know who he is. You'd think
She has no idea.
she has no idea who he is. So they kind of warm up some friendship. There are some dramatic moments in this, but it's basically a good R-rated comedy, and it's only R-rated for the language. So if
Okay.
you're okay with the language, you're okay with it.
Larry Crown out on DVD also?
Larry Crown's out on DVD, and a small movie called Beginners with I just forgot his name, but it's kind of a movie that really did well, but didn't get a lot of play. So that's
Good.
out there.
And we can follow you where? I was happy to follow you on Twitter the other night. I knew you were
Yeah.
heading to the Twilight movie.
Yeah.
I was sitting with a table of all these middle school girls.
Yep. Twitter, Facebook, YouTube.
I'm blaming it on you, by the way. Erin, when I tell Jen she's not going to see Twilight.
Well, I mean, it's important to know. If you're going to invest the time and the money, I just want you to know that.
And you share
You
a lot
could
of
be-
this in your blog when you
Right.
talk about a movie, not just how it's being rated, but
Right.
little
But
things to
why and-
consider as
Right.
parents.
And if
That's
you
small
haven't
ones.
if you haven't seen the movie yet, I always put in my reviews. I try to make it a spoiler-free review. So I'm not
Oh,
going to spoil the
nice.
movie for
Okay.
you,
Good to
unless
know.
you didn't know they were getting married. Then there's a spoiler.
Okay, well, good. A lot of folks
That's
doing the
not a
holiday
spoiler.
stuff this weekend as well.
Yeah.
It's going to be a big weekend.
Absolutely, and big weekend. We keep talking about a
Right.
big weekend. Oh,
Right.
look at
It's
what
also
we have
somebody's
coming
birthday.
on here for
Oh my
the big
goodness,
weekend.
look at this.
We have continued to find surprises for Miss Terri DeBoer. Happy
Amanda,
birthday!
Joy,
We have
thank
a cake.
you
We have the
so
whole crew
much.
here.
Oh, can I
Our
open
Amanda
this?
Wozak.
I know what it feels like.
Oh,
Well, what a surprise.
oh yes.
Cake and wine. It's going to be a good day. Oh, it's from Grand Traverse. Did you get this when you were on your shoots, Amanda? Thank you so much. My
Yeah,
favorite,
the whole
semi-dry
crew.
Riesling from Grand Traverse. Thanks, you guys.
Oh,
I feel like
yeah.
every day is a present for me because I get to work with such a talented group of people. Christine, we got to find glasses here. She's in the control
Oh,
room.
yes, she
driving
is in the
bus for us.
control room. But
Yeah.
birthdays are big days, and it's your day.
Thank
So
you.
we want to all say we love you, happy birthday, and
It's Mike and Bala, our director's birthday on
Okay.
Sunday also. So we'll share this together, Mike.
thank
Have a
you.
good weekend, everybody. See you tomorrow morning
Yeah.
at the parade.
Oh, that's right. Oh, that's a great cake.